favorite car, which is in 5, when we're on the train and then I steal the car that contains like this key. The other cars that I love are obviously Dom's Charger is iconic, and that's like all about muscle. Brian's Skyline is one of my favorites. And then Letty's 1965 Corvette. If I had to take one car from the franchise and like have it as my own, it'd be the red Corvette.
Before we make every film, we do an audition for cars. And it's like 200 cars. It's crazy. Like, you know, I remember going through and it was all these beautiful cars. But then for some reason, I saw this kind of beat up Monte Carlo sitting like by the shed. It wasn't even anybody. And I said, that's the car for Sean Boswell. For some reason, I always think back to that moment of that car. And so that I would have to say that's my favorite.
For me, Ford GT, hands down, I love that car. And I've driven a lot of cars, and I'm happy to say that American Muscle of that particular car is my favorite.
Dom's Chevy in Fate of the Furious. It's like a red, it's quite a sexy little car, that. But obviously very powerful car. But I don't really know much about cars. Hey, that was not my fault!
It's a 68 fastback in Tokyo Drift with the RB26 swap in there. So that old Mustang, you know, I have a dear place for that because, you know, because of the Bullet movie and my, you know, my admiration for Steve McQueen. The RX-7, the FD, the orange and black Han car. I've learned to like love that car. You know, that car represents what Han is about. And
one of my dream cars before I ended up being blessed with it was the Bentley GT Coupe. I went and found it online and printed the image out and would like hang it up in the gym. Where I'm just like, oh, I gotta work hard to get that car. I was very happy to be driving that car in Fast 8.
No, this is my Bentley.
Well, I got a chance to drive a Supra and a Mustang.
Got cars flying in the air.
They're pony car designs, long nose, short tail end, and they're designed to handle well. But man, we saw so many more cars. I would have loved to take that Noble that Helen Mirren took for a spin, especially where she took it. That was a really exciting part of the movie.
Get the e-brake for me, would you, darling?
And there was a lot of precious metal scattered throughout a big mansion party that we filmed. I was totally geeked out that day on the fact that there were so many tremendous cars. And I really do admire the fact that Fast has evolved over the years, and I like the fact that they still keep their attachment to the automobile and to vehicles. I think the most iconic one for sure is Dom's Charger. So, my favorite is the green Mitsubishi Eclipse from the very first Fast and the Furious. Because without that car, Brian doesn't take Dom to the limit, and without that, they don't bond, and without that, we don't have any Fast or Furious.
I owe you a 10-second car.